Germany was in a bad way after World War I. The country was defeated and its people were demoralized. The economy was in shambles. Many people were out of work and struggling to feed their families. The government was weak and unstable. Different groups were fighting for control. Some people wanted a communist revolution like the one that had just happened in Russia. Others wanted to bring back the Kaiser, Germany's old emperor. This chaos and uncertainty created an environment where extreme ideas could flourish. People were desperate for change, and some were willing to listen to anyone who promised a better future. One of the groups that emerged from the chaos of post-World War I Germany was the Nazi Party. Initially, the Nazi Party was a small, fringe group with limited influence. However, it quickly gained popularity by tapping into the widespread anger and fear that permeated German society at the time. The Nazis strategically blamed Germany's economic and social problems on the Jews, the communists, and the democratic government, creating a common enemy for the disillusioned populace. They promised to restore Germany to its former glory, a message that resonated deeply with many Germans who felt humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles and the economic hardships that followed. Adolf Hitler, a charismatic and powerful speaker, quickly rose to the leadership of the Nazi Party. His oratory skills and ability to connect with the masses played a crucial role in the party's rise. Hitler was not just a skilled speaker. He was also a master propagandist who knew how to exploit people's emotions and manipulate public opinion to his advantage. In the midst of the political and economic chaos of the 1920s, Hitler and the Nazis saw a golden opportunity to seize power. They capitalized on the widespread unrest and dissatisfaction. Convinced that the time was ripe for a revolution, they mobilized their paramilitary groups and intensified their propaganda efforts, setting the stage for their eventual takeover. On the night of November 8, 1923, Hitler and the Nazis decided to launch a coup. They chose the city of Munich as their target. Hitler and his followers stormed into a beer hall where a meeting of Bavarian government officials was taking place. They took the officials hostage and declared that they were taking over the government. Hitler believed that this bold move would inspire a popular uprising. He thought that the people of Munich would rise up and join his revolution. Section 4. The March and the Fall. The next morning, Hitler and his followers marched through the streets of Munich. They hoped to rally the people to their cause. However, the people of Munich did not rise up. The police and army remained loyal to the government. The Nazis were outnumbered and outgunned. A confrontation ensued between the Nazis and the police. In the ensuing chaos, several Nazis and policemen were killed. The coup attempt had failed. Section 5. From prisoner to powerful leader. Hitler and several of his followers were arrested and put on trial for treason after their failed coup attempt, known as the Beer Hall Putsch. The trial was a media sensation, giving Hitler a national platform to spread his message. He used this opportunity to gain public sympathy and attention. He used the trial to denounce the Weimar government and portray himself as a patriot fighting for Germany's future. His impassioned speeches resonated with many Germans who were disillusioned with the current state of the nation. Hitler was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison, but his time behind bars would be short-lived. He only served 9 months of his sentence, during which time he wrote his autobiography, Mein Kampf, My Struggle. This book would become the foundation of his political ideology. In Mein Kampf, Hitler outlined his political ideology and his plans for Germany. He detailed his vision for a new German empire and his deep-seated anti-Semitic beliefs. He called for the creation of a new German empire, free from Jews and communists. His ideas were radical and dangerous, but they found an audience in a country desperate for change. He also called for the conquest of new territory in Eastern Europe, which he believed was necessary for Germany's survival and expansion. After his release from prison, Hitler wasted no time in rebuilding the Nazi Party. He reorganized its structure and expanded its reach. He exploited the economic hardship of the Great Depression and the fear of communism to gain support for the Nazi Party. The economic instability made his promises of a strong, revitalized Germany appealing to many. By 1933, the Nazi Party had become the largest political party in Germany. Their rise to power seemed unstoppable. Hitler was appointed Chancellor, and he quickly consolidated his power, transforming Germany into a totalitarian dictatorship. His leadership would lead to one of the darkest chapters in human history. Section 6. Lessons from a failed coup. The Beer Hall Putsch was a failure in the short term, as it did not achieve its immediate goal of overthrowing the Weimar Republic. However, it marked a significant turning point in Hitler's rise to power, setting the stage for his future political maneuvers. The event gave Hitler national attention and a platform to spread his message of hate and intolerance, which resonated with many disillusioned Germans. The Beer Hall Putsch serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy and the ever-present dangers of extremism. It teaches us that we must be vigilant in defending our democratic values and institutions against those who seek to undermine them. We must be wary of charismatic leaders who exploit people's fears and anger for their own gain, often leading to devastating consequences. We must stand up to hatred and intolerance wherever it arises, ensuring that such ideologies do not take root in our societies. By learning from the mistakes of the past, we can hope to prevent such tragedies from happening again, fostering a more just and peaceful world for future generations.